CM Punk just dropped another pipe bomb on the doorstep of WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar might be getting ready to take away Oba Femi's crowning moment, and Pat McAfee is still involved in the Cody Rhodes Randy Orton WrestleMania feud. Later, we talk about AEW Dynasty. We talk about TNA Rebellion on this episode of the Crimson Match Show. Here we go. Another microphone in CM Punk's hands, another pipe bomb. We ain't gonna waste time. CM Punk absolutely went in on Roman Reigns. He went in on him. There's no other way about it. He called him a buck-toothed nepo baby. He told him he wasn't shit in football, so he had to wrestle, and he only got to wrestle because of his daddy. He went in. He went in on him. The question is, and here's what I want to know. Here's what I want to know. And we ain't gonna forget, we ain't gonna hold back and forget that he bought up the ticket prices. He bought up TKO. He bought up Pat McAfee. He bought up The Rock. There's a lot to fucking unpack here. There's a lot to unpack. But there was something that was said on Friday that's going to bring it back to question. But before we get to Friday, we got to address Monday. CM Punk stood on that table and completely eviscerated Roman Reigns. He eviscerated him. He invoked The Rock's name, and I can't touch on that too much because I got to save that for the WrestleMania prediction show. He talked about TKO, the ticket prices. You know what? This is classic CM Punk. And when it's classic CM Punk, you know what that means? Let me get my belt. Nine BTAs. Nine. Damn near 10. It's hard to get 10. 9 BTAs. Because he got in that ring and he went the fuck off. He called Pat McAfee a hillbilly. Goddamn. But that same Pat McAfee said something interesting on SmackDown later that week. He called CM Punk a fraud. He called him a fraud. And when you actually sit back and think about it, is CM Punk still the voice of the voiceless? Or is he a fucking fraud? That's what I want to know. Pat McAfee had a point. He has the TKO jacket, CM Punk logo, TKO t-shirt, the CM Punk logo, making that TKO money, wrestling in Saudi Arabia, a lot of the same shit that he said he wouldn't do back in the day. Then he infamously told Miz something along the lines of, go suck a blood-covered Saudi dick or something. He said something along those lines of, now he be in Saudi Arabia his damn self. So is CM Punk a fraud? Is he a hypocrite? Yes and no. Yes and no. If we're talking about the shit he says about Roman Reigns, okay. But I definitely don't think that CM Punk can sit up there and say, oh, lower those ticket prices. These families need to come see us wrestle and me beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. Because you're a part of the system that's designed to keep those families from being able to afford WrestleMania tickets. And I'm just throw that out there. But everything else aside, great fucking promo from CM Punk. We've been spoiled in this generation. I'm glad that this new generation who didn't see the summer of Punk and the original pipe bomb, I'm glad this new generation gets to see CM Punk doing his damn thing. It's definitely one of one when it comes to him on the microphone. Are we about to see WWE fuck up and fumble another major superstar? That's what I need to know right now. Because conventional wisdom of someone who's been watching this wrestling shit for close to 30 years now would say that when one wrestler is getting the best of another one, heading into a PLE, he's the one who's going to drop a match. And I think it can't be disputed that since Oba Femi originally stepped out to challenge Brock Lesnar, he has gotten the best of Brock Lesnar every fucking week. Every week he's gotten the best of Brock Lesnar. No questions asked. No doubt about it. Paul Heyman comes out, runs his mouth. Oba Femi comes out, responds, and it usually ends with either A, Brock looking stupid, Brock on the ground. I'm getting scared. I'm getting fucking scared because Oba Femi 100% cannot afford to lose at WrestleMania to Brock Lesnar. I get it. It's fucking Brock Lesnar, the beast incarnate. I get it. I get it. But if we're talking about star building, nothing could be more detrimental to Oba Femi right now to go into WrestleMania with all this momentum, go to Suplex City, F5, 1, 2, 3. That'll be fucking horrible. It will be Kofi Kingston beating mere seconds levels of horrible. I would go as far as to say that not only should Oba Femi go over on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, Oba Femi should squash. That's right, I fucking said it. He should squash Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. This has the chance to make a brand new superstar in Oba Femi. He's already getting there, but this will cement that wholeheartedly. Full stop. But because I'm scared, I'm gonna give this shit 6 BTAs. 6 BTAs because that shit got the potential to become 1 BTA if Oba goes into WrestleMania and loses to Brock Lesnar. On Monday, Brock Lesnar has to F5 or put Oba Femi on the ground because if he doesn't, we might be looking at Oba Femi's career getting stopped before it even gets started. I'm not even bullshitting. I'm not even bullshitting. If Brock don't get one on Oba Femi on Monday, I'm hitting DEFCON 5. DEFCON 5. Because you don't go over on another wrestler 6 however many weeks in a row and then roll into the pay-per-view or PLE and just fucking win the match. The only time I've ever seen that is that time that Batista, maybe they're trying to redo that, I don't know. But that time Batista was feuding with Triple H and he beat his ass all the way up into the pay-per-view and then beat his ass at the pay-per-view. That's the only time I could remember that happening. Oba Femi is on fire right now, and for the sake of his credibility, he has to take a L this upcoming Monday so we can get an idea that he's going to go over at the PLE. This shit is getting worse and worse and worse and worse. It's getting worse. Three BTAs. It's getting worse. Okay. People have this habit of blaming Triple H for every fucking thing. They blame Triple H for everything. Triple H gets attacked from above. He gets attacked from below. He gets blamed for everything. You got the people above him picking these celebrities and just dropping them into WrestleMania feuds. You got the people below him writing shit, creative. Road Dogg got let go. Whoever that chick is that took his fucking place, fucking fire her too. Fire her too. She gotta go. Because if she is taking part in this shit, then I don't know what the fuck she is doing. I don't know what she's doing. I have no fucking clue. And it sucks because Jelly Roll is likable. Pat McAfee is likable. Cody is likable. Randy, everybody involved is likable, but not together in the fucking feud. What are we doing here? What in the Saturday night main event are we fucking doing here? Why is Jelly Roll? Why does it feel like we're building to Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll versus Randy Orton and Pat McAfee? Why does it feel like that's the build? Two Less than 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. Why does it feel like that? Why is Pat McAfee getting so much fucking screen time? Why is Jelly Roll doing his guidance counselor bullshit again? He took 1 week off, came back and back to doing the guidance counselor bullshit. Everybody is punking and pushing Nick Aldis like a fucking pussy. It's one thing for Nick Aldis to get RKO'd by Randy Orton. It's another thing for Drew McIntyre to insult Nick Aldis and invoke his kid's name. It's another thing for Cody Rhodes to tell Nick Aldis to know his place. But now you got fucking Jelly Roll pushing Nick Aldis. You got Jelly Roll pushing Nick Aldis. What the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing here? I don't care if Pat McAfee is the best promo cutting celebrity in WWE history. That doesn't matter. He is, but that doesn't fucking matter. I really hope that on the go away show of SmackDown, they bring this shit back to being about Cody and Randy. Simple as that. No Jelly Roll, no Pat McAfee, just Cody and Randy. And a lot of wrestling fans agree with me. You already have a built-in fucking storyline spanning over 20 years between Cody and Randy. Why do we need to add Pat McAfee? Oh, that's right. For the fucking tickets. And then you're gonna try to fucking push a measly 25% off. 25% off, y'all. Oh, praise the Lord, hallelujah. 25% off of $1,000 fucking tickets. I have a WrestleMania ticket to Sunday. There's no way in hell. I don't care how hard this guy tries to sell it. There's no way in hell I'm paying anything more than $150 for a WrestleMania Saturday ticket. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that's pushing it. The card is so fucking lopsided. That's why he was out there trying to sell the shit. It's lopsided. Everything is pushed to WrestleMania Sunday. And I'm glad that I paid whatever I paid to get a WrestleMania Sunday ticket because common sense will say the Sunday tickets should be staggering a lot more than fucking Saturdays. Saturday card is ass. And Pat McAfee standing in the middle of a ring saying that Sunday's card is ass. So please, please. That's bullshit. Him being involved in this is bullshit. And I love the guy. I fucking love Pat McAfee. Like, it fucking pains me. Especially, you guys know, like, if you follow close enough, I do me and Andrew Mott over on the League FFB. We do a fantasy football show every fucking Saturday morning. I'm big into football. You see this fucking Chicago Bears jersey back there? I'm big into football. Love fucking Pat McAfee, but not right here. Not right here. If you think WWE was the only show cooking this week, you dead wrong. AEW tried to steal the whole damn show. Now go ahead, hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Let's get back to it. I'll be completely fucking honest. I do not care who wins this match. And I mean that in the most positive way possible. I literally watch AEW for these two guys, MJF, Kenny Omega. I literally watched that show because of them. I started watching it because of Kenny Omega. I stayed because of MJF. And now they're facing each other. The devil versus the god of pro wrestling, the GOAT, Kenny Omega. The modern day GOAT. Let me throw that. The modern day GOAT, Kenny Omega. I'm fucking excited. Outside of Kenny's promos, Kenny Kenny leaves a lot to be desired with his fucking promo. I think even the most hardcore Kenny Omega fan can admit that. He leaves a lot to be desired with his fucking promos. Especially, I push back on anybody that says anything about MJF's wrestling, MJF not being able to win a match like clean. Like, I've seen the guy do it. I've seen the guy fucking wrestle. Like, that's an old played out narrative about MJF. Both of these guys can fucking wrestle. Kenny Omega, though, is on a different level, but they both can fucking wrestle. MJF is definitely in the top percent of pro wrestlers in AEW. That's for damn sure. And I'm talking about real pro wrestling, not spots, not, dives and shit like that. I'm talking about like actual fucking wrestling. It just so happens that Kenny Omega could do both. He could wrestle, he could dive, he could do all that shit. He could do all of it. So while I don't care who wins this match, and while I want Kenny Omega to be the AEW World Champion again, I think MJF's gonna win the fucking match. I'm just gonna be honest. I think MJF's gonna win the match. Kenny, Kenny can't stay healthy. Kenny cannot stay healthy. Like, and I understand he could be the champion. They could work around. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time in wrestling history that a guy works a fucking part-time schedule, takes it light while it wouldn't be the first time. But Kenny can't stay healthy. I don't know. For all we know, Kenny could be like, hey, I'm an EVP, I want to make feuds good, but let him be I don't know. But I just have a gut feeling that MJF is going to walk out of Dynasty as the AEW World Champion. Match number 2 that I'm excited about is Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay, AEW Continental Championship. You got the Death Riders. You got the United Empire. They had a fucking brawl. They had a brawl in the parking lot that spilled into the ring. I mean, this shit is going to get wild. I feel like here's my concern with this match. Here's my concern with this match. These two guys should 100% just have a fucking one-on-one, no run-ins, like just straight up knockdown, drag out fight, spots, like blood, guts, all that shit. That's the type of match these guys should have. Will Ospreay, like Kenny Omega, could do it all. He could wrestle, he could do the spots, he could do it. But just like Kenny Omega, he can't fucking talk. And then similarly, MJF, Jon Moxley, Jon could fucking talk. Jon is a brawler type wrestler. So styles are going to clash here. That's going to make for a great match. What I don't want to see is constant interference with the Death Riders and United Empire. Jon Moxley character suggests that he should almost always be on his own too. Especially now that he's in this weird spot where like he's doing his shit, but he's also like trying to be like, I don't know how to explain it. He's an anti-hero right now, in my opinion. I haven't really seen him do any like heel tactics necessarily. He's just been tough as shit. Like, it is weird because the other people in his crew have been using heel tactics. So it's a weird ass spot he's in, but they don't need a bunch of fucking run-ins from the Death Riders and United Empire in this match. These two guys could take care of all the entertainment, all your pro wrestling needs with just them two. As for who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be Will Ospreay. I think Will Ospreay is going to end up the AEW Continental Champion. Um, it just feels like the right time for Jon to drop the belt. It doesn't hurt him. It doesn't help. Like, I feel like, which is kind of bad. Just like when he was the AEW World Champion, I feel like Jon doesn't do anything to elevate championships. I'm sorry. I love Jon Moxley, but he does when he's the champion, it's almost like that belt becomes irrelevant. It doesn't. There's been multiple occasions. I'm dead ass. There's been multiple occasions where I completely forgot that Jon Moxley was the Continental Champion. I completely fucking forgot. So Will Ospreay, at the very least, not only do I think he would be a better representative for the Continental Championship, I also think him having that particular title makes a lot of fucking sense. So my pick here is going to be Will Ospreay. We got Cope, we got Cage, Cope, we got FTR. Tag Team Championships. Honestly, there's only one way this could fucking go. I like FTR. Love Cage and Cope. Love those guys. I'm an Attitude Era kid. Of course, I'm going to pick Cage and Cope. Like, I don't know many people who won't pick Cage and Cope here. FTR would definitely have to do some type of cheating in order to win this match because they're going to get, but as far as I'm concerned, their titles are as good as gone. Cage and Cope taking that shit. Cage and Cope taking that shit. They're taking it. They are taking those titles. Um, they've been hunting down FTR for weeks. Anybody who's gotten in the way has gotten their ass whipped. And FTR has a receipt coming back for what they did to Beth. And if you ask Cage for what they did to him too, which is a lot more devastating than what they did to Beth, according to Cage. But yeah, man, honestly, to me, this is one of the more clear outcomes on Dynasty. I think Cage and Cope are going to win this match. I think Cage and Cope are going to have a nice run as tag team champions, one of their last runs as tag team champions. And I think the time is now. Give me Cage and Cope here. Without even knowing the outcome, I'm going to start AEW Dynasty off at 8 BTAs. Because of the match card. Now let's see if they can live up to expectations or if they're going to disappoint us. The TNA segment is starting to become one of my favorite segments to talk about every week because I don't have to follow the simple structure of talking about shit that happened the past week. I want to talk about TNA Rebellion. Let me tell you something. Matter of fact, let me ask you something. Is WWE the worst professional wrestling, keyword wrestling promotion right now? Because after I watched TNA Rebellion, those motherfuckers can wrestle, man. I already knew that. But goddamn. That Leon Slater, Cedric Alexander match, that shit was off the fucking charts. Leon Slater, who I already identified as one of the four pillars of TNA, Leon Slater is starting to add an extra layer to his character and an extra depth to his character that I didn't think he had. He's starting to put a little more nasty into his character. And that's what I need. That's what I need. Because, from my opinion, a lot of wrestlers from the UK either A, can wrestle their ass off and have nasty to their character, but not have charisma. Or they could wrestle their ass off and still not have charisma. Even where it goes, there's no fucking charisma. Leon Slater, I think this kid has it all. I think he has it all. He has the moves. He has the fucking charisma. And now you're adding the nasty to it. Did you see his face after he pinned Cedric Alexander? He just got the fuck up and looked in the camera and said, what? Like, that's what I need out of Leon Slater. Another match that impressed the shit out of me was Trey Miguel, another one of the four pillars, and Mustafa Ali, or Ali, whichever one you want to call him. That match was fucking awesome. I did not like the outcome. I was not ready for Trey Miguel to drop that title. But Another thing, and another fan pointed this out to me. And if you're watching this video, good call on it. Ali also has what it takes to be a pillar in TNA. Now, I don't agree with you. You told me Cedric Alexander too. I don't agree with that. Ali, definitely. But I did not want him to win that fucking match. Another big moment was EC3 returning to TNA. And I shit you not. When he came out, it was fucking crickets. It was fucking crickets. While I think a lot of fans respect the history of EC3 in TNA, I think a lot of the shit he was doing from the pandemic to now, I think the fans in TNA just don't fucking appreciate EC3. I kid you not. Crickets. Absolute fucking crickets. When I seen that EC3 was returning, I just knew he was going to get a big pop. And it was so surprising to me how dead that crowd was. So the next thing I thought is I said, okay, maybe because I didn't watch the show in order. Like I watched it from what I wanted to see first. And once I seen that and see how good it was, I went back and just started watching like throughout the show. I thought that the crowd was just dead all night. But then I realized that crowd was hot for Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander. That crowd was hot for Ali and Trey Miguel. That crowd was hot for Santana and Eddie Edwards. That crowd was hot. They was hot about fucking, the crowd was hot about the reveal that Alicia Edwards was screwing over Moose. Like I fucking said weeks ago, she was doing. We all see that coming. They just wasn't fucking with EC3, man. Let's just call it how it is. They wasn't fucking with EC3. They wasn't fucking with them. The Santana match, the ending, okay. Ooh, boy. Oh, man. Oh, my fucking goodness. I'm not going to call for anybody to get fired. I'm not going to do that. But do I think there should be some type of reprimand for the fucking ref? Do I think there should be some type of reprimand for the referee in the Santana Eddie Edwards match? Hell yes, because she fucked up multiple times. Multiple times. She fucked up multiple times. I don't know what the fuck she was doing. I don't have a fucking clue. She don't know how to count. It's almost like she was like 1, 2, oh, it comes up after 2, 4, 5. It's like she didn't know how to fucking count. Go back to kindergarten. Go straight back to fucking kindergarten because you don't know how to fucking count. And she almost ruined a great match. She almost ruined a great match with her fucking shenanigans. I couldn't believe that shit, bro. That shit was crazy, but that was a good match. Eddie Edwards got hit with the spinner block. 1, 2, 3. It's a wrap. It's a fucking wrap. A couple other things that happened tonight. Honestly, I could give a shit less about the last two things. The tag team championship is going to the system. Don't care about it. I hate that the fucking Hardys lost the match. Ariana Grace retained the TNA Women's Championship with help from Zia Brookside, turning on who I like to still call Xia Li. God damn it. Turn on her. Ariana Grace held the belt, but like honestly, that started to get a little stale to me. TNA's women's division is too fucking good. Let's move on from that because that shit is getting old. So you might be wondering how many BTAs does TNA Rebellion get? 8 BTAs. 8, because that was a fucking great show. This is what TNA needs. This is exactly what TNA needs. They need hot shows like this, great matches. That shit is great. MJF tried to fucking bury them this past week. Shit on them all going into their PLE. And they still put on a great show. And I understand that MJF did it. The reason MJF did it is for the talents. I respect that. But as a company, these guys still work for that company. He tried to bury them. And you know, it is what it is. But great show. TNA Rebellion was fucking awesome. All right, y'all. That's it. Episode 20 is in the books. Who do you think stole the week? WWE, AEW, or TNA? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to check us out. You know the name, MFG DeeZ. You know the game, the Crimson Mass Show. We'll check you out next time.